As the creatures are approaching, the first disgusting monsters climb over the lip of the roof. Adrisht, you quickly shoot an eldritch blast into its face. The zit-like pulsating things explode, covering half of the roof. As you're looking for an exit.
I wait for
Wave
a
is...
few more to get on, and then I shatter.
Oh, nice. Do so.
Just to create some landing space.
The beam of light shoots towards the sky, and the griffins circle. They are near. Emma, as you look up, you see... Oh, nice. That's a big shatter.
Why did you make them? You know you can choose not to have them, right?
Can I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you cast the
can
spell,
click
you
on the not place the template.
It's okay if we shatter the world. It's a nuke. It's a nuke.
Emma, on top of one of the griffins, sits a man.
Yes. Oh
Blue
god.
cape billowing behind him. A full shoulder pauldron on his body. Shining chest plate glimmering from under his clothes. A distressed look on his face. A grimace
I think we're gonna get
under his
yelled at.
short beard. Lysander rides down with his griffin mount, blade in hand, ordering his men to create a perimeter.
I'll help as well, but with Toll the Dead because that's the only thing I have left.
All the dead was his
All
zombies.
I can do is hurl insults at the moment.
I mean, it's either that or whacking them with my stick.
You
Well,
shout,
actually, I do have a few crossbow bolts, so I'm just gonna use crossbow bolts.
you shout, you scream, you throw everything at these creatures as the building begins to shake as the enormous monstrosity is trying to climb up its side towards you.
We need to go.
Yeah, well, I'm doing my best.
The first griffin lands and two soldiers jump off, shouting, screaming with weapons in hand. They jump at the creatures to fight them. Another griffin with Lysander lands behind you, Emma.
Oh god.
And another one with a soldier and Theo on its back. Oh, quick, get on! All of you!
Yep.
I'm getting on.
Yep.
Yep.
Find a griffin.
Yep.
With an empty seat.
Yep.
Keep firing at it plus. Never stop.
As you rush, Emma,
Keep hurling
Theo reaches out
insults.
with a hand towards you.
Grab it.
He quickly pulls you on the back of the griffin, and the soldier on the reins urges the beast, and the creature kicks off the roof.
By the way, if I've
With his
never
huge
ridden
wings.
one of these things, I'm screaming my head off.
You absolutely haven't. Like, the Griffin Riders is the elite military group.
Alright. Like, fucking...
Hey,
I don't know. Willem screamed... turned up... like, 5 octaves.
Yes.
Some shit.
Adrisht, Dorian, you quickly scramble onto the back of these griffins, grab onto the soldiers, and you see that the creatures are overwhelming. They have grabbed onto one of the griffins and the soldiers that were on it and pulled them down onto the street, ripping them into pieces.
Oh my.
Two soldiers could not get back to their beasts.
Can I clear the path for them a little bit with plus shatters or whatever, or a flaming sphere?
You you throw your magic at the
I'm gonna
creatures.
use the last of my spell slot to just magic missile the shit out of everything.
One soldier managed to jab its blade through the creature's body that was holding onto him. but you see that the creature's maw ripped a hole through the plate armor, or sorry, not the scale mail armor of the man. And a huge part is missing from his abdomen. He looks up, picks up his fallen comrade's blade, and jumps back into the fray, giving you a little more time to get away.
Shit.
You see a griffin grabbed by the leg, trying to fly away as the creature holds onto it. It's a creature Lysander was sitting on. He leans back on his saddle, and then with a backward slash severs the creature's arm. The creature's arm rips off a piece of the griffin's leg. The bird screeches, but still flies towards the sky with Lysander. Below you, you see the creatures surround the light. As they stand, still ripping apart the fresh creatures that they've captured, you see the extent of this infestation. From high up, you see that this whole district is covered with them. The streets are invisible. The rooftops are littered with these beasts. And just as you watch and for a moment below, under the weight of these colossal beasts, the building collapses and the light disappears.
I channel all my extra spell slots into my sorcery points, and then my sorcery points into 1/3 level spell slot. And I blast with the fireball.
So I have a question about does that. Do we still have the barrel of gunpowder, or did he left with it?
Unfortunately, Belrin had to leave. He needed that to protect himself in
Okay,
this
then,
dangerous environment.
Yeah.
I won't throw it the gunpowder barrel just before to give it a bit of an extra kick.
Yeah. So, Adrisht, you collect. Can you do that with an action, or isn't that
It's
Bonus
bonus
actions. It's multiple
Okay.
turns, over multiple turns while I'm on the griffin.
So you pool all your leftover magical energy into your hands. You're shaking with this train of activity, and you turn the purple orb towards the ground. The soldier who's riding with you looks at you dead-eyed, not even understanding what this man's doing. And then an enormous ball of flame shoots out from below the griffin and falls down onto the pile of bodies. Well, monstrous bodies. It seems that you have set the town on fire once again.
Oh,
Uh,
well, could be worse. We could be
How
dead.
many soldiers died?
I would
Too many.
say. One moment. Five. And two griffins.
Could have just been us. I just
As
look ashen face at the back of the griffin.
Emma's really glad that none of you are on like the griffin with her because tears, lots and lots of tears.
as the griffins fly, a column of smoke rises behind you. Compared to the red light that seemed to illuminate the whole city, the light of the sun seems strange. Almost unnatural at this point. As you fly, the griffins fly in formation, heading straight towards the city of the dead, where you see more creatures roaming. Emma. Theo, with a dexterous of movement, quickly flips around towards you, looking you up and down.
I'll be fine.
Damn, you look like shit, Emma. What the fuck happened? What the heck did you do?
We got in a fight, and there was this. I don't know, someone ate
Never mind
something,
now.
and then there was fire.
No time. Put this on quick. And from out of his pack, he pulls out this black hooded cloak and a porcelain white mask.
Okay, I put it on.
And for once, try to stay quiet.
Yes, sir. I just sort of nod. And shut up.
The griffins fly over the city of the dead, and and they come out on above the large camp that is the city of Waterdeep at this point. You see small figures on the ground pointing towards the sky. You see that there's a general unrest. People running around. Distant shouts from below. You're quite sure that light erupting from the center of the city towards the sky was very well visible from here as well. As you fly, the griffins turn towards the south and fly towards the military encampment. Not the marching ground, but down where you first encountered Lysander.
Oh.
As you fly, you see more and more disturbing sights along the camp. A lot of people running around, large groups trampling over tents. There's a general chaos outside. But that's not only thing. On the other side, there's chaos as well. You see that the creatures that seem to be been walking around the city, not making a lot of fuss. With the light gone, you see them moving towards the wall. Slowly but surely, you see them approach the gates and the wall. You already see soldiers at top of the wall shooting flaming arrows towards the creatures that begin to slowly climb up the high wall of Waterdeep.
Oh, well, fuck.
I just look down at it and I just say to myself, what have I done?
Still
The
crying.
griffins fly towards the south gate. And as they land, you see the camp is in absolute unrest. The soldiers are marching towards the gate, reinforcing it. Others are quickly climbing the staircase onto the wall. Archers into the towers. People with long spears and lances positioning themselves between towers to fend off attackers. All of them with flaming torches in hand that they toss over the wall when there's a larger clump of enemies in one place. The moment you land, Theo and Lysander jumps off. The soldiers quickly get back on the griffin's back and they fly off, leaving you behind. Lysander, not saying a word, heads towards his tent, Theo turns to you. Come on, quickly. Let's get in.
I follow and nod.
Same.
This is one of the very few times you have seen Emma be just not talkative, by the way.
But at
Well,
this
the
point, you all
I'm
watch
just gonna be
Emma.
standing there, like looking at the wall.
You see Emma, but Emma is wearing a dark hooded cloak that covers her from head to toe, and her face is obscured by a porcelain mask. A simple mask with narrow eye slits, painted in some sort of a dark mascara that sort of curls around the eyes, and the red lips where her mouth should be.
Does it remind Dory of any iconography, or is it just a random mask?
It seems like a mask that would be used in theaters.
Okay.
Pantomime mask.
You
Okay,
enter.
it's not tied to anything.
Not really. It
There's no
is.
symbolism other than it's a mask.
It's a mask. You enter the tent. You find Lysander quickly giving orders to two soldiers. He tells them to fend the walls and fight and send back the monsters into the city. Set it ablaze if needed. The three soldiers salute and quickly head out. Um, you see Nyla picking up her kits, stepping in beside Lysander and giving him a firm kiss. Be good. I'm needed outside. And she rushes out beside you, past you, sort of not even giving you a glance, with a determined and look on on her face. At this moment, in the tent, there's only the five of you, Theo and Lysander.
I just stand there. I was told to be silent. So, I'm being
Doran
silent.
just ignores everyone, goes to grab the portable library and a scrap of paper.
I'm still outside. I never entered the tent. I was just looking at the wall and like the chaos and just sitting on my knees.
Lysander sort of looks at his map for a while, then looks up. Just what the hell has happened again?
Uh, So we went in, as requested. We found the building. We went in. There was a ritual happening, magical ritual, and some people protecting it. I think that the one responsible. We found a letter, and Il's gonna pull out the letter with all the gibberish. That's what we got. There's a bunch of holes in it. It's most of it, but clearly someone is responsible for this. We stopped them, I think, but we forced them to flee, or at least one of them fled. The other killed themselves or were dead by the time he fled. And then we tried to stop the ritual, and how to say it? Something happened that triggered it early, I think, and that was the big red light.
Lysander sort of turns to Theo and you see the man sort of rubbing his chin. You know that this might actually be something good. You've seen it, right? Those things actually died for once, not just fell apart and then stitched themselves together. You've seen it, right?
Nod.
They don't die?
And Lysander replies, "Yeah, I think I saw it. Yes, that's the worst thing about these monsters. No matter how much you chop them up, spear them, they always stitch themselves together. The only thing that seemed to have stopped them was fire, but only temporarily."
Could the ritual be sustaining them?
I don't know, but
I
I
need a
don't know.
quill. Can I borrow a quill and some ink? I may have
don't know
a way to
if
get answers.
I don't know yet if you have killed us all or saved us all. I just have to see.
Maybe a bit of both.
Emma, you're still standing there silent.
Yes, I am.
As you do so, a third figure enters the room from where your niece, your niece is supposed to be. A man, an older gentleman, clean shaved, graying hair. Your
Doran, you
father.
just sort of see Emma, just the posture straightens. Like, doesn't matter how bad she was hurt, posture just straight as fuck.
Your
Doran
father and
visibly pales.
your father stands in the sort of door of the back room for a moment. He looks all over you, and then his eyes land on you, Emma.
Oh, shit.
He rushes up to you and engulfs you in a big hug. Something that he rarely did, but he did sometimes when he felt affectionate, very affectionate towards you, but he could rarely express it because that is not something that a high-end noble man can do. Oh, Emma, you always do this. Oh, don't you see your father tries to make his health better, but the stress you put on me will kill me one day, I feel.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Father.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Please forgive me, Father.
I forgave you so many times. One more will not matter. At least you're safe. As long as you're safe, I will always forgive you.
And I didn't start to die this time. That's good, right?
Yes, that's an improvement. Sort of. Oh, I just don't understand why you even go in there. Oh, you're reckless, my daughter. You're reckless, as always. And I thought you had better judgment, Lysander, than letting her go in.
Do you really think he could have stopped me if he wanted?
At least he could have tried.
He did try. With words. I have...
Sometimes I feel that chains would be better. Or, I don't know, maybe petrification? Keep you in one
You
place?
wish. But if I was petrified, who would perform? Who would keep Mother's
like we need
mind busy?
Not like we have many performances nowadays. Uh, Anyhow, what even was there? What was that light? Was it you?
It wasn't me. I don't think it was any of us, really. There was a ritual, and something happened, and I guess it got set off. And there's. Forgive me, there's been a lot of shock today, to say the least.
Well, yes, you need just have some rest, and we can figure things out
I don't
later
need
on, right?
rest, I need
And he
answers.
turns towards Lysander. If that was this simple, father, but you see, there's other troubles that we need to attend now. Emma,
Yes?
I I did not want you to go in there, but I knew you would, and I was hoping that you would make it out without causing any this. Because
Oh,
since
hello. Sorry.
since we went in there, I have acted against the orders of the council.
When did I cut off? Did I say something before cutting off?
No.
I think you just said that you're going
You
to
said,
sit on
"Are
your
you
ass
outside?"
outside.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When he asked what was it one of you who did that, I was gonna say I'm gonna step into the room,
Yeah.
and I was gonna say I think that was me. Well, not all of it, but I think I might have triggered something without fully understanding.
Well, like I said, I have no idea if you killed us all or saved us all. We'll see that tomorrow, but you won't. Emma, I've directed against the order of the city council. I do not know what will happen to me or to us, but I do not want you or any of these people to take the fall for it. I want you out of Waterdeep as soon as possible.
But
Yes, I believe that would be smart, Emma. There is another place we must go to.
there is. I know.
Did you show them the letter?
Yeah. I put it somewhere. I just whip it out of the pocket and just put it on Lysander's desk.
Bouncing around. You
The
brought
one is busy doing something else.
a bunch of quills, an inkwell, different coloring, third coloring, the book that you haven't read.
Doing
The
essentially what he's
Draconomicon.
doing the moment he entered the room and stopped talking is he grabbed a quill, an inkwell, he found a piece of paper somewhere, and then he started writing.
You just ripped off the corner of the map.
He tried to go first. He tried to go for anything that didn't seem important, and just use the backside.
I would assume that Dorin just has enough scrap paper,
Yeah,
ink,
okay.
and quill on him, because he's a nerd
Cool.
scholar.
And then he started writing on it every. He essentially started trying to copy most of the ritual plan on it,
There's a
and
big question mark next to it.
what?
Listen,
Well, no, not a big question mark. But essentially, he's going to put it in the portable library, put a gold coin, and wait for an answer.
all of this, all they did, all of it, was find something. And from what this says, they haven't yet found it. The experiment which they talk about is probably the ritual that was just broken. The things, the cysts, as they called them, were not dying. But now they are, so we can assume that their experiment has now been defeated. But, more importantly, their plans mention Silvery Moon and the New Moon, which is not a long time away, so we must be on our way and see what we can do to stop them there. And before we leave, I hope I can make this clear to you. And though there might not be proof of this definitively, read the last line. What one faith speaks of itself as the only faith? Do you know of any other?
I see what you mean, Adrisht, but there's something. These cultists, whenever we capture them, they do not speak of their plans. They don't give out any information. They kill themselves if they can, no matter what they do. But they said something. Well, it is the ravings of madman. But they say that their master will kill all the gods, and they will be the only true believers, and he will be the only god.
That sounds a lot like the one, doesn't it?
Or the void, as they call it.
Before we go, I
Is
have
the void a
questions
god?
as well.
Void is an absence. This is an entity that a master cannot be the void.
Well,
Yeah, let's not debate this further than we need to. And
More importantly,
I'll consider what you said. I
just
have my
please
own
do not trust
suspicions
them.
against. I have my own suspicions, to be honest. Their arrival is too convenient. But so far, they only done good. As long as they continue that, I cannot
I do not
blame them
ask
for
you.
this.
I do not ask you to condemn them publicly. Private, please. Do not trust them. Do not let their
Uh,
good deeds mask whatever hidden ambitions they have.
he nods and turns to you, Emma. Look, Emma, the camp will soon know of all this. Nothing stays hidden in Waterdeep, you know that. First rumors spread, and then the real information leaks, and then people will know. Hopefully, we can keep your involvement out of it.
I went into the crypt.
Not a lot of people know that you have returned. And if you're not here, hopefully they'll think that a roaming band of adventurers, vigilantes, have caused disturbances. That's all I
Did you
can
not
hope
hear
for,
her?
I guess. Hmm?
Did you
Hello?
not hear her?
You know.
Sorry?
that she went to the crypt.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh.
I
It was
like,
kind
is
of
he
meant to be
ignoring
like
her?
under Emma's
Is it
breath
in character
too.
ignoring,
I
or is it
absolutely
like
did not hear that, sorry.
It's fine.
Sorry, could you repeat what you said?
I went into the crypt.
Lysander looks at you strangely, not really understanding. But your father stands stunned. his face white.
What happened?
Why are you asking?
My father.
He still stands, ghostly white, staring in front of him.
If need be, I will
Lysander
escalate
turns
this to
to-
Mother.
Sorry?
If need be, I will go to Mother about this.
What are you talking about, Emma? Why did you go to the family crypt? Lysander asks.
We had to go through the city of the dead, and it was broken into, and I sent a companion of mine to see if anything was wrong, and they told me to go down, and there was a little child, and God, I do not have the memory for this. Hello, Google Docs.
I guess you take out the plaque.
Yeah, and it wasn't. There was a skeleton of a child, and it wasn't Thaddeus.
What are you talking about, Emma?
I-
There were a couple kids who died in the family, but I don't understand you.
I take out the plaque, and I show it to him.
Lysander would take a glance at the piece of metal that you're holding, but you hear a roar from the side. It
Oh
seems that your father has regained his composure and shouts at you. No! Emma Korek, you will not talk of this! I forbid you! You will talk not of this! You will say no more of this! And he rushes up to you and grabs the plate out of your hand.
Can I stop him?
You can
Since
try.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna step in front
Can
of her.
I
I'm gonna try to
help?
trip him.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
step
trip
in
him.
front of her.
I'm gonna trip her dad, essentially. Do I need to do anything for that?
That would be, I guess, a grappling.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Oh God.
Because,
I
we
have a
don't
plus
really have a...
0. That's a 3.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
I mean, what does he roll? A 1?
I was gonna. Yeah, I was gonna get in front of her as well, if I could.
Yeah, it was a bit of a sudden thing, and you sort of were standing behind Emma while she was talking with her family. I would assume you wouldn't be really.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I get.
So Emma, your father snatches the piece of metal out of your hand and stands in front of you, staring into your eyes through the small holes in the mask.
I stare back.
Listen to listen to me, Emma Korek. You're my daughter, and you will not say more of this. Understood? His face is red, his eyes
Does Emma look
beaming.
like she's just going to bow down to this immediately? Can we tell if, like,
Yeah, the mask
She's
on.
wearing a mask. You can't
that's-
retell it.
Although, like, her posture hasn't shrunk any.
So what do you do, Emma? Your father is basically in your face. His
None of
face
you.
red, sweating, and he's holding the plaque in his hand.
none of you can.
I genuinely could
I-
not hear what you're
I
saying.
address, not him, but Lysander. None of you can change the color of your hair, eyes, skin.
Emma, it's in a flash, but your father hand moves, and you feel a sharp pain as he slaps you across the face.
I cast suggestion.
Oh, I was gonna bonk him with my stick.
It is not a slap of an attack. It is something that you've never received, Emma. It is a father slap to a daughter. The mask fly off of your face, and you feel your cheek redden under his palm.
Yeah, I'm casting suggestion.
Sure.
I believe it's a wisdom check. A wisdom saving. I'll have to check.
Yeah.
Click on it.
Probably is.
Suggestion is a fucking weird as spell.
Suggestions are really weird.
Because
as
I
well.
don't think there's a wisdom save, yeah.
There is a save. on
There
it.
is a save.
That would be way too fucking busted.
No, but I remember that there's something very stupid about it.
Oh yeah, they have to follow the suggestion.
Yeah, no, I remember what's this. There's no second save.
Yeah, that's it. 8 hours, you're done.
What's the DC?
15.
Don't you have a 16 as a DC?
Oh yeah, 16. True. I have a +1, but I keep forgetting. Is it still +1 with the new orb?
Yeah, it's still possible.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, well, level 6 is gonna give you a +2 to your DC.
Are we level 6? We're level 7.
Level 7.
Why is that?
Sorry, what?
Why does he get +2 to? Yo, because
+1. +1.
Because of the orb, right?
I think what about level 7?
No.
Nothing,
He was like, he's
It
not
was-
gonna give you level +2
Oh,
at
yeah.
level 7.
Yeah, yes. Sorry. Emma.
I'm just checking.
Yeah. Emma, the slap flies across your face, and it's something that never happened before. You look up at your father's face defiantly, as you would react to something like this. But he turned away already.
Give me that plaque.
Did it work?
No. I rolled an 18.
Please.
It doesn't even have bonuses, that's just a nice roll.
Yeah, I would.
Do you want to
instantly
cast it
roll
again?
Yep.
Yeah?
Please,
Sorry,
Father.
Sorry, but by the way, you used all your spell slots at Rift. Now that I
This is
think
not my
about it.
spell slots. This is
You're
orb.
using orbs. You're using orb spells. Nice.
Yep. I have full orb spells. I haven't touched that yet.
Okay.
By the way, which shows 0 of 7 for some reason. I don't know why.
I think because I gave you the new orb.
Oh, okay. So it was tied to the old one. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I just cast it again. As long as it.
We're going to get to that in a moment. Emma, your father is turned away from you. And you see something on him.
What?
You see in his face angered with redness, but that anger has spread to his neck and ears. A giveaway that you know too well. The embarrassment of the Corettes. They always redden on their ears and their
Oh
neck.
my god, they're Weasleys!
You see, oh, that's
Except, of course, Emma.
Sorry.
you see in Corette, Harold, Lysander, all of them when they did something and they were reprimanded by your parents. They all stood there embarrassed, and your father is embarrassed at this point. Without another word, he rushes out of the tent before you could cast another spell at Risht. Except, if you want to follow him and cast a spell after him. That is entirely possible if you wish.
Well, that went well.
Lysander turns to you, Emma. What the hell just happened? What was that about?
The name on
Are you
the
okay?
nameplate.
Are you okay, Emma?
Fine. Clearly lying. Clearly lying about being fine.
I go up to her and just pull her in for a hug.
Hey,
Yeah, a lot happened in this city. Over there.
the name on the
I just
tomb
pat her head.
was... Maybe Father's right. Maybe I shouldn't say it.
Hey,
But I want answers. It's
your
all I've
truth is
ever
your
wanted.
truth.
I'm not like you, Lysander. I'm not... I'm more like Doran than any of my family.
You daft fools don't notice that she's an elf.
Well,
None
of
of you
course.
question why.
She's the miracle child.
Yes, there was a body in the crypt with the name Emma Koriak. What do you think happened?
Emma.
Emma's desperately trying to fight back tears at this point, and kind of failing.
Emma, I am your brother. Although I was young, I was there when you were born. I seen you held by our mother as a newly born babe. You were so strange, tiny thing with almost white hair, not like any of ours. But you are my sister, Emma.
And you are my brother, and you will always be. But there's more. And I hug him and just start sobbing.
Well,
Emma, I'll talk with father. I'll figure out what this is all about. But please believe me. You are a miracle child, our daughter of our father and mother. And I am your brother. There's
I mean,
nothing evil or sinister to this. There's no... I do not know what you've seen in there, but you are Emma Korek. And you are my sister. And I want you to remember this. But I have to go. All of you. I'm needed on the wall. And by the time we fought
I
those
swear if you
creatures
die
back,
out there, I'll resurrect you so I can slap you.
I was bad for that. Don't worry,
yes,
Emma.
guess that's reassuring. Anyhow, Theo, I'll be on the wall in 5 minutes. See to the defenses. Theo
You all
just...
can see Emma's just like a fucking mess, essentially.
Yeah, no, we
Not
guessed
only
that.
her, but like... Ooh. Would that have been a strong enough emotional surge to do the thing?
You think?
What would you say, Emma?
Getting slapped by your
Yeah,
angry father.
yeah.
Is
Like,
that a
during
good
that
enough emotion?
conversation, you guys just
Not
kind
angry, embarrassed, father.
of... Once, like,
he
the
was angry
slap
first.
happened, you guys just sort of saw her hair go almost... I don't know. I don't know. Let me roll the...
You have them on your sheet
Yeah.
under the biography if you
I
want.
know, I just don't really know which one Be.
That's a difficult question.
Yeah.
Lysander's still, holding Emma in his arms, while Theo sort of turns to all of you.
Ooh! Pink hair. Pinkish
I don't
hair?
think that was.
Ish.
I
don't
was
know.
that an option? Oh yeah, that was an option.
Yeah. And brown eyes.
Just fucking weirdo.
And, like, definitely, she could outwhite a snowbank at this point, essentially.
You
As
could
well.
what?
She's very white.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Because I thought I heard out white a snowbank.
you did.
That's what she said.
Okay, I wasn't sure that it was what I heard.
She's currently me when I don't have makeup on.
So yeah,
And just
Lysander
sobbing.
quickly steps away and begins to strap on his proper military gear. His admiral outfit, while Theo steps up to you, Emma. Now, listen up, kid. You're a tough cookie, and you'll make it through, okay? I'll make sure that this guy makes it through as well.
You
No.
better.
Off you go. Look out for these people. Make sure they keep you safe. Come back in one piece. Deal?
Don't worry, I'll come back in one piece.
He sort of
Lysander,
he sort of reaches up and pats you on the cheek where your father slapped you, but with a very different feeling on it. And then he grabs his bird mask, pulls it over his face, and jumps through the door. So yeah, Lysander turns to you, Adrisht. Yes?
if we get some horses, sure.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, just a cart. Fair enough.
I should
Fortunately, I cannot
probably go
provide.
find that mask. Unless it's, like, just shattered.
Fortunately, all the horses are in use. We confiscated all of them for military messagings, and they are all out. I've sent them off. That's why we have to rely on oxen carts or manpower.
Right. Can you just give us word to reach Silvermoon? What
Yeah.
is the next town?
Go to the quartermasters. They'll provide you. Now, I have to go. He walks up and sort of leans onto you, Emma. He's not as tall as you are, but you're sort of slumped down under the weight of this situation, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Plus, I always kind of imagined Autumn having, like, a slouch.
He sort of bends your head down and kisses you on the forehead. Be safe, sister. Come back safe, alright?
Alright.
Make sure that Silvery Moon does not come to this fate. Hopefully, by the time you come back, I'll clean this city out, and we can have a feast in the house.
Also,
No dancing. Promise.
no dancing. Also, if somehow there would be time to, talk to Mother You, not me, I definitely shouldn't. And perhaps, Grandmother, we could... If I... And I just sort of grab a paper somewhere. I'm assuming out of Doran's pocket.
Hey!
And just sort
Give
of
me
start
back, give
writing
that
up
back.
a letter. not really paying attention to him. If you,
Leave it here. I'll take care of it. And of them.
alright.
No.
It's basically just saying to, try to convince Mom and Grandma to go to, Maratma or something. Yeah, Maratma, I think. And,
No?
talk to
Where's that?
Zeranda Snar
That's,
and ask for
that's
assistance.
not in Miratma. That's
Oh.
in Daromar.
Daramar. Oh my god. I'm an idiot.
What?
Miratma is a city.
Hey, I mean, it is
Get
a
it.
city.
It is towards the
Um,
north.
No. Talk to,
Miratma is not here towards the Miratma is towards the south.
yeah, like, basically,
that's not
it says to try to convince them to go to Darmar and talk to Zeranda Star and tell them, like, that they're family members and stuff.
I mixed up with Mirabar, which is also a city.
I think that's a real city.
There's
right?
too many bars.
Anyhow. While you're writing the letter, you just feel Lysander's hand rest on your shoulder for a moment. And then you hear the tent flap open and close. No!
Oh god.
Doran!
Yes?
You're trying to transcribe this complicated, ritualistic, magical
I'm not
pattern onto this paper.
copying everything. I'm just copying what if I identify major parts. That's what I'm writing down.
Give me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Okay. Cool.
Well, you're hurrying. You're not like sitting down and properly doing this. You said that you
Okay.
want to quickly do this.
Can I give myself guidance? No, I don't think I can.
No, not
Can I?
really.
So that's the first roll.
Yeah, that's a good one so far.
That's a good high roll. That's okay.
Yeah, still okay. So yeah, you make shoddy work, but you're quite sure that you managed to copy the major parts of the ritualistic circle. And then what
Okay.
you do?
I put it in the portable library. I close it, put a gold coin, and then put the library in Finn's backpack.
So yeah, reduce that 1 gold coin and give me a divine guidance roll.
Oh, okay. That was only a 20.
That was.
Mad. Oh, I forgot to put a book inside.
Give me a moment.
Well,
I'm
too
kind
late.
of hot stepping out for air.
You didn't put a book inside?
Nope, I forgot. Well,
Nothing happens. No light.
Your money gone?
I'm
Well,
gonna
there's a
open it open.
slot. You can't really take it out. There's a slot for it.
Do I
Oh.
remember? Okay, now Dawn would probably remember he has to put a book inside. So he's gonna open it back up, see it has another book, and he's gonna put inside
The
two
note is
sides
gone.
of the shore. Is the paper still inside or not?
Nope, the paper is gone.
Jeez.
Ah, well then he's gonna wait until he has a quieter time. Well. And just gonna put the magical box away.
Alright. So what's now?
Well, I guess we prepare to walk all the way to the next city, whichever it is. Do you even know where to go?
Yeah, do we even have we don't really have a map of this area, do we?
true.
No, but you have a person.
Yes, you do.
A person.
But is she a widely traveled person? Travels a lot to
And
the.
does she know the local region?
Yeah, so one thing knowing the city, and then one thing knowing what's around the city.
The only thing Doan knows is that it's roughly east from Waterdeep.
Oh, is it
Maybe a bit
east?
to the north. That's it.
I've never heard of Silvery.
Absolutely no. You have no knowledge of this area.
Yeah, I have no. I
We're
knew
all the way
Waterdeep.
from
I knew,
Thay.
I knew Waterdeep was a place. I heard about that.
Yeah, but Waterdeep is quite famous.
Yeah, but that's about how much we got in there. Oh, Waterdeep, that's a big place in
The north.
on the Sword Coast.
They
And
have also
maybe we heard of Baldur's Gate.
for the opposite reason.
Yeah.
Most fucked up place of the north. But yes,
Yay.
what do you guys do?
So does Emma know where to go?
I'm assuming so.
Well, yeah, Emma has traveled the
A bit.
north in most parts.
Oh,
You have been to Silvery Moon. You
Eh,
have been to Neverwinter. You have been to Mirabar. You had to mostly travel on the main roads, as your family demanded that you stay safe. But sometimes you manage to steer off a bit, spend some time on the more interesting parts.
Yep. I do know where to go, so I guess Lysander said to go to the quartermaster for food, perhaps.
okay.
Lies.
And then once we're there, uh, north would be there's a road. I'll show you. The road when we're there, but it's fairly easy to follow. Very easy to follow.
Yeah.
Fact.
It is called the Long Road.
It's called the Long Road. And it is fairly long. Pretty long. Very long. Don't worry, I know where we're going.
Sam to start walking. To the quartermaster and then down the long. Are there any goodbyes you must say before we leave Waterdeep behind?
I think getting out of the city as soon as possible would be the best idea.
Quite agree.
Heg, would I
Yep.
consider Emma's sister to be a familiar target for a sending spell?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Emma's sister, Lady Anna, right?
Mm-hmm.
You never met her.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I thought I did. Never mind.
By the way, Emma's hair is down now, as opposed to up, or in a braid, or in pigtails.
Oh, so
She
we have
just
a
kind of
depressed
ripped
Emma.
off the hair tie thing.
Well, then I get to the quartermaster.
Yeah.
Then we make our way there.
Yeah. And you know that the first city, well, city, not really city, But the
Oh.
village that you're going to stop at is Amp Hill. Amp Hill.
Oh, fun.
No, it's not even on the map.
It really isn't.
Yeah. But that's a very rough map you have.
Right.
Yeah.
What map?
The main map.
Oh, we out of this map.
The map that we own.
You're on a map? You mean Waterdeep map?
Nope.
I was on the Waterdeep map.
You shouldn't be.
You're on.
Why is this a thing? I can't click the map button, by the way.
No, but it's on. Yeah, it doesn't work from the old page. So
Oh, it doesn't?
no.
Yeah, for some reason, I had to get rid of those. Don't matter. Don't worry about it.
Does my orb work?
No.
No!
I'll fix those at some point if I have time.
Just fix my orb, everything else is whatever.
Fuck you. I spent time working on that landing page.
I love that orb.
I love the landing page.
Yeah,
I love that orb, you know?
when I have a
Was it foolish
when I-
mortal or was it?
yeah. When I have a bit of time, I'll fix those things. I want it to
Yeah,
work
it's
because
okay.
you guys have new allies to add the ally page.
We do.
So the long road. Is the long road?
Yeah, the long road
South is
leads
the tradeway. Then the long road is the north.
the long road leads from Waterdeep to Mirabar.
Dot.
The road leading from Waterdeep to Luskan is called the High Road.
Yeah, that's the road everybody uses for normal stuff that they do in camping. We're going on the other one.
Yeah, the High Road where all the 5e adventures happen.
Yep.
We're going the opposite direction.
We're going to the land less travel.
Hooray.
Slightly
Nobody
less
speak-
travel.
Nobody knows what's on this side.
Except for me.
That's fine.
Because he knows everything.
No.
We're going
Except
to one of the silver matches or what?
He knows everything
Yeah.
except like
We're
half
going
of
to
Emma's
silver
family.
match. Yeah, right.
that's where we're going. And that's where we are. Fuck.
It'll take a while, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And
gonna take
it's
a while?
time for another 2 months of travel sessions.
Well, you have 2 weeks to get there, so
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no way we.
in-game time.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking of in-game time. I'm talking of out-of-game time.
I think the best way probably to get there is down river. Or is that upriver? That's upriver, isn't it? You can't
Yes,
yeah.
that's upriver. You want to go up the river Desare?
No, there's no way. They're walking. I guess it's plains at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're traveling on the road.
No, this is not going to be a desert.
Or mountains.
And this time we should have a nice, cozy, tiny hut.
Yeah.
If
That's
I
true.
might remembers to cast it.
Oh, trust me, I have it now. I'm casting it. I'm like.
Maybe one day she'll remember
Always.
to pick a 4th level spell.
Wait, she didn't pick any 4th level spells?
No,
Nope.
she did not.
Wow.
You know what I was
Wow.
looking at the other day? The 4th level Bard spells, she actually gets the new Fitzbane spell, the Psychic Lens,
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
where you can
Psychic Lens
literally
is
name
very
someone
interesting.
and hit it with the spell.
Oh, you have to know the name, so you know.
Yeah, but it's...
Fucking bitch slapped my dad from.
You know, so, hey, What's your name? Jeremiah. Fuck you, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah dies.
Anyhow, I know it's quite short this way, but if you guys don't mind, I would stop the session here.
Sure.
That's
I'm
fine.
fine.
Yeah, I don't mind.
There's gonna be a fuck ton to recap. To pull
Yeah.
I
through.
know.
I also
know, you know.
need to note on my sheet which one is who. Essentially.